Kid Boo's in the house.
Hey.
What up, bro?
Yiddy. What's good, my guy?
Toronto, Canada. That's where you're from. But you live in L.A. now, right?
No, I'm actually from Dade County. Celebrity birthdays lied. I moved from Toronto. I was living there for 2 years.
I see.
Or is it celebrity birthday? Yeah, celebrity birthdays. Yeah. That. They got everything else except for location.
When people find out you're from Miami area, is the first thing you've been getting recently is like, oh, did you know X? Were you friends with X?
Yeah. Everybody.
You asked him that on the way in?
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
I wasn't close with Ja, but we have a lot of.
You were closer than I was because you call him Ja.
Yeah, well, because like people like we have like similar friends like Stokely and like Dre is security and shit. So like, whenever they would discuss with him, they wouldn't really say like X or anything. They always say Ja. And even at first, I'm like, what you talking about? And they're like, oh, okay.
Got you. But you were a fan.
I wouldn't say per se. Like I'm definitely a supporter. But like
at the end of the day,
I heard more of the
what he
music after he passed. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
gotcha.
After he passed, because like a lot of his followers were like flooding into my account, and I didn't know. I like woke up and my manager's like, "Yo, wake up! Like, dude, check your IG, because like we're seeing a lot of memes popping up, and for some reason they're like putting you next to it." And I was like, "Why?" And then when I found out he passed, I was like, that wasn't my first thing was to go check followers. I wanted to know what happened, and I was like genuinely concerned. So I was like trying to get a hold of Stokely and even calling Dre and figuring out what's going on. And I had got word about him being rushed to the hospital from Dre, and then he had let me know that he passed, that he had died on the spot, but the internet didn't know yet, the kids and stuff. So I was just like, let me just stay off the internet for a little bit. And yeah, when the internet did figure out, that's when I went live and was like, did a moment of silence for him and stuff, because I did know that a lot of his fans did gravitate towards the page probably for a shoulder to cry on or something, or just something, I don't know. So I've been trying my best since then to keep up with them, like, because the kids do share something similar with me, which is like depression or being born with it or some sort of like emotional handicap that they go through. So I try to like be there and like just kind of like voice to them what helps me get over it and how I've learned to deal with it and understand it on a scientific level. Because like I feel like a lot of people, they start to like get mixed up in like silly stuff, like thinking about like, oh, demons or ex-girlfriend, all this stuff. And it's like they start to want to blame it on other things in life. And that's not necessarily the case if you actually suffer from depression. It's a scientific thing, bro. And I like to say people, not all handicaps are visible.
So you came up here today on a really somber day. We spoke a little bit when you walked in about the passing of Mac Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Which happened earlier today or late last night. We're not sure yet, but you spoke about depression and how you tied it in with substance abuse.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I know Mac Miller. I knew him pretty well. I know he did have some type of depression, and that's usually where most of substance abuse comes from. But do you, being that you have, you know, you admittedly openly admitted that you have some depression issues, do you feel inclined to coat that with some type of numbing?
No, because like that'd be more of the like medical standard, trying to put like a drug into me and stuff, and I'm not profiting from that in any way. Not even like will I benefit any results. I've learned that like meditation and just trying to like keep a clear mind and understanding one's mind is more beneficial. So I've been like doing a lot of affirmations and meditation whenever I do have those down moments. I don't think it's any benefit to using drugs and leaning on it, but I also understand the other side of it, that some people may feel sad and not necessarily feel depressed and think that they need to turn to certain things to numb it. And a lot of those things are addictive. We don't even realize we're getting addicted to stuff. Like I was mentioning earlier, like a lot of people are addicted to it, whether it's just social media or Starbucks or just something. If it's a form of habit, you wake up every day, maybe you have to, I don't know, what do women makeup? You know, it's a force of habit. A lot of these things are habits.
You said to wear makeup?
Well, women, like with makeup. It's a force of habit. In other words, like they may feel like they have an off day. I was like,
damn, I hadn't met a homie yet that's been so depressed where they wake up and feel like they got to wake up and put on makeup. That's a whole other issue. I don't know. My boy Juan Franco, DJ E-Man may have that, actually.
He don't have his brows on fleek. It's not a good day.
Woke up depressed, got to get them brows done.
Yeah, get the brows waxed
I mean, that would be a pleasant change from, you know, what's going on I would hope that one can learn to cope with different things without having to, without having to use drugs.
Meditation helps me a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, do some yoga.
Man, I'm not trying to wake up and do hot yoga at 7 a.m. Man, I'm not going. And it'll ruin hot chicks for me because I like seeing girls in the yoga pants. Like, bro. I don't care what size, like little booty committee, big booty, it don't matter.
I tried doing the hot yoga thing one time, and it wasn't even the hot yoga. It was the one right below it, but it's still real warm in there.
It's like a humid yoga. Huh?
Yeah, it was like a medium warm yoga.
Luke yoga.
And man, like not even 15 minutes in, I was like, fuck yoga.
Well, my deal breaker was like hearing the girls like release flatulence halfway through stretches. I was like, oh no. This is gonna make y'all like this gonna make me not even want to have sex for a little while, bro.
I fuck with yoga, but I'm not doing any hot. I gotta be in a cool room. I learned a lot by doing yoga the 2 times that I did it. And I dated a girl. She tried to get me into it, and God bless her, she got me to 2 different sessions. But I tell you what, those yoga sessions taught me a lot of different stretches that I didn't think I'd ever know, and they benefits me to this day. Before I play ball, before I get on the court, before I walk my dog. I do a couple of those stretches.
Do a little stretching here and there.
Yo, why do you hate SoundCloud, man? You got let's discuss death to SoundCloud.
Well, I personally don't hate SoundCloud. I think it's an amazing platform that helped a lot of especially like people like X and Smoke and Pump and just a long list of people that come in out of South Florida, especially. And I feel like SoundCloud was an opportunity for opportunists, but the people outside of SoundCloud, or just a lot of people for some reason hated like every artist that came out of SoundCloud. It was almost like a stigma around it, like it's negative when people
you're a SoundCloud artist.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're a SoundCloud rapper, or you're so it's like you couldn't just be an artist. It's like, oh, you're just that. Almost as if like, oh, you're just a YouTuber.
Oh, you're just a mixtape rapper. That was what it was back in the day.
Yeah. So what the whole thing I wanted to do is like sort of like bringing a humor to that. So like, when people do say like, yeah, SoundCloud, yeah, I am one. Who cares? Yeah, I'm an artist. Big deal. It's like a lot of them were saying that like, let me just say shitty artists. They were saying that like horrible artists were coming out, of there. Like I was like, well then I'm gonna be the last horrible artist to crawl out of that hole. Then, and I'm gonna close it shut behind me.
Right. Death to SoundCloud.
Exactly.
So why do you hate Roses? You got a song called Dead Roses.
I like Dead Roses. I think mainly I get the passion of it from my mother. She was an artist, and she would at times buy roses and let them die and kind of hang them up upside down and make pieces from it. So I kind of see like an art and beauty in it, and like what I used to see, because she would be like, art can mean anything to you. What does it mean to you? And I kind of like, there's a little bit of death, a little bit of sadness or some negativity behind everything that is beautiful.
Right. And there's beauty, in death. I mean, you look at, like you said, the dead roses. I've seen dead roses on people's dashboards of their car, and they say, oh, I didn't want to get rid of them. These flowers are real special to me. And even though they're dead, it's just as special as when it's
another side of beauty to it too, as well. It's a different type of flower now.
What's your relationship with Trippie Red? I know you posted some pictures recently with Trippie.
Big 14, what up going on? That's my dog. Nah, that's my dude.
Cool dude, man.
Yeah, like honestly, I feel like when I met Tripp, that I met another version of me from another dimension. Almost sad, like there's infinite versions of us, Morty.
That's how I feel about my best friend Nor.
Yeah,
right here.
It's just certain people that you.
She says we're not.
There's certain people you meet that you have this genuine artistic connection. I like to put it as, and like I can sort of like feel that instantly when I meet certain individuals. And Trippie's just been one of those people. Yeah, it's cool.
Where did what's Kid Buu? Where is that?
Dragon Ball.
How'd you get the name?
Dragon Ball Z. He's the most badass villain. Like, what are we at profanity, by the way? I'm sorry. I'm trying to like.
Oh, curse away, bro.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Motherfucking shit. Goddamn.
Fact. Oh shit. Sorry, question again?
Yo, no, we were talking about the name Kid Buu. You were talking about the dragon.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Kid Buu is the most purest form of evil that there is. And in Dragon Ball Z, like the Z fighters or protecting planet Earth from any force of evil that comes and try to destroy it. And Kid Buu was the only one that came through and with a single hand effortlessly destroyed all of them, and could have destroyed Earth if he wanted to, but he just loved the snacks and the cookies and everything like that, all that stuff in there.
Is there any affiliation with Majin Mafia? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, the Majin Mafia is like what I call my fans, like, because like they're fans of like Majin and Majin Buu, and like with Buu, he wasn't the only Majin. Like, it comes from a demon called Bibbidi, and he possesses someone, and when he possesses you, you're possessed by the demon Babidi, which the demon he uses to possess you is Buu. It's a Majin. Okay. So it's a different form, but it's like a pink matter of energy that just consumes everything and takes on its energy onto itself to make itself more powerful. Kind of like Kirby, or like, what's that other pink thing?
Barney?
Nah, Barney's purple. You know what's funny is the dude that does the voice for Kid Buu also did Barney.
Oh, fun fact, guys. Who would have known?
Yeah, I would have known.
What's some of your influences? Some of your, like, who are you a fan of in regards to music? Doesn't have to be a rapper.
Oh,
like,
no, there are definitely none rappers that I'm fans of. I can't think of off the top of my head.
I have a feeling.
On the way here,
who do you respect in the music industry?
I don't even think they're like considerably, well, Udon Beats. I'm gonna say that production wise, because like, if you really think about it, they showed and proved the power of taking someone like Zan and making him something very great. And to a lot of people who are really harsh in judging would say, back then, you guys put it down, it's impossible, like, you're wasting your time. But they weren't, like, you know, they kind of like, I don't know.
Is that a backhanded compliment to Zan? Because isn't that taken away from Zan and his, like, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying.
I feel you.
It's not.
Okay.
It's like the least expected.
It's the least. Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like one of those, like, I wouldn't have expected that. Like, low key, you could probably put like Lil Tay in the studio, Udon Beats, and fucking smash records will come out, bro.
So we could put Nora in the studio with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She'd kill it. You haven't heard her sing, bro, and trust me, you don't want to. It's a terrible thing.
Dogs yell.
Nails on the chalkboard times 10.
Dogs like.
A little better than that.
So, being fairly new to the music industry as a whole, what lessons have you learned?
Oh wait, real quick though, I love Slipknot.
Oh, Slipknot. All right.
I like that. That's been low key my mood all week too. So like, I kind of like switch from that, or like Bullet for My Valentine, or Marilyn Manson, like.
Are you
30
a Kanye
Seconds
West
to
fan?
Mars. Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay.
I like him as a human. If he does run for president,
Not a rapper.
if he does,
he needs Udon Beats to get in there with him, and then he'll be good.
Yeah, for sure.
Got
That's what he needs. A little bit of that. A little bit of Udon Beats on a Kanye, you know. Did you see what they just did with Pump?
Lil Pump.
Yeah,
the Love It record.
I thought that was fucking awesome.
What's it called? You fucking hoe or something like that.
I love it. He's like I love you, you slur,
Yeah,
you, or some shit like that. But I was like, I like it. It was a good blend of ignorance from Kanye's character that people like perceive him to be, and that's why I thought it was genius. Because Pump is, you know, he gives off that impression. He's like, he sells ignorance. People feed off it, they fuel, they love it. It's entertainment.
Right.
And then Kanye is being himself, but people find him ignorant or whatnot, but because they don't understand where his mind is. I feel like he's so far ahead of his time with the way he's thinking that people just don't understand and comprehend Kanye. But I understand and comprehend him. Like, if he low key, I never voted.
Meet with Kanye, because if you understand and comprehend him, you need to let him know about who he is and how he is.
Oh, I think he knows.
I think he doesn't know 100%.
I think he knows. Sometimes I play like I don't know, and it's just something you throw out there to see if people will offer an opinion of what they think you are. It's like a social experiment. Geniuses tend to do that sometimes.
Okay, I'd like to say I can relate. How do you think people view you?
Well, it's interesting you say that, because yesterday I was talking with a girl about that. It's like, and I've typically been hearing this a lot more lately from people who've been trying to like slide in a DM or chill or something like that, hang out. And it's like, I'm a people person. I respect whether you're a girl or a guy. I'm not gonna be sexist and assume if you're a girl, you're just trying to link and smash or whatever. So I chill and treat people like all equal. So when they meet me, they're like, wow, you're not
and then
what
that
I
girl,
thought.
after about the third or fourth week, they're like, don't you want to have sex with me?
Well, no, it's not even that, because like sometimes we end up having sex 3 or 4 hours later after meeting. But
bingo.
The thing is, they usually be like trying to call me a lot and stuff, and I'm like busy, and then they say like, oh, you're mean, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, well, that kind of like contradicts your statement when we first met, because you said, and I recall you saying this because everyone says it, you're nothing that I thought you would be as I saw on your Instagram. And one girl actually like was like, you know what, let me like pause, I don't care, because usually they're like, when they say that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm cool. Anyways, so like with this one, it was like, well, why'd you say that? Like, what did you expect? 'Cause I hear a lot of girls say this. What is this? And she was like, well, I assumed you'd be some asshole that's just gonna like fuck me and never call me. And I told her, I was like, is that how you value yourself as a woman? Like, you put yourself out there. You came all the way over here in your Uber, and that was your expectation. And then the fact that you saw I was complete opposite, now you're going to start to switch your game plan and act like you're, what, wifey material? It's like, no. Like, reevaluate the way you respect yourself first, and then come back and holler at me. But, like, I'm not trying to be over here and be like that sucker for love. Like, I'm blind for love. Like, I'm not finna sit here and let you run game on me.
I wish we could have some females chime in right now.
I just say what?
She ain't even listening. Shirley ain't even fucking listening. Shirley's blogging or doing something over there. I feel what you're saying, though. I feel what you're saying.
She's like, should I remove this skin?
Yeah, right. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned in the music industry? Not in life, not in with a relationship, but in the music industry so far? Because you're pretty new to the industry. And by the way, you don't have a record deal with a major label right now.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
I feel like that's about to happen. And I was speaking on this earlier before you got here. I said Kid Boo is about to get a major record deal. It's about to happen for you. You're new to the game. Biggest lesson you've learned so far, if you could name something that you're like, oh shit, definitely can't. I learned I can't do this in this music industry. Or I learned that I better do this.
So I've learned a few things. Like, first of all, like, keep your circle small. Never take anything personal. It is a game, so it must be played well. Also, too, try to be mindful of when the new people who are coming around, because you may let a few more into your circle as needed. But you still have to like analyze if they have any ulterior motives. Maybe they want like some sort of social or financial gain from you. Because a lot of people, they tend to do that now. Like that I've been meeting, they're not genuine. They have like ulterior motives when they meet me. They're acting like they don't know me, or they just want to be genuine, but they're not. There's no genuality that exists in them. It's a little bit sad.
No, I feel you. That's interesting. So that's a good lesson.
It keeps me focused and keeps me in the studio and just keeps me working. Like,
speaking of being in the studio and working, what features do you plan on having on some of your next projects coming out? Is there anything we can expect feature wise? Like, who are you trying to collab with? Or who have you collab with that you're excited about us hearing?
I've collabed with Ski Mask. I have some stuff in the work with Bugs. He produced for Uzi some stuff. He has some cool, and he's like good friends with Udon Beats. And nice. I have some stuff in the work with Trippy. I want to work with like the lights of like Marilyn Manson and like Young Thug. Like, I find Thugger interesting. If there was one artist that was, I know they're like polar opposites, but no, but that's dope though. That's dope. I'd be disappointed if you named the same clique of and I'm gonna take it to another level. If you had to name a couple of artists that are a little bit older in the game, that have been around for a minute, like I know you mentioned Young Thug, but even taking it earlier than that, who are some artists that people may be surprised to see that you would love to do a song with, even though that they may be 10 years older than you, for example? Well, definitely Kanye. But like Pump kind of just did that now, so it's like, fuck, damn. Pump stole Kanye. Yeah, it's like, damn, he pulled the Kanye one on me. I mean, Travis, I feel, is very influential and I need you to go older. I need you to go older than that too. Yeah, somebody that's like almost considered OG. Like, is Drake count? Because he has like a beard now. Yeah, I guess. And Drake I was like really young when Drake was like popping and stuff like that. But so are you a Drake fan? Nah, I would. I mean, like, you respect what he does. I respect him. He's a GOAT. Gotcha. You know what I mean? And like, but like, I don't like sit and listen to Drake unless I'm like, what about in Jay-Z? My feelings and stuff. It's like raining outside, and it's just like no girl wants to come over because it's raining. I'm just like, I'm just saying you can do better.
Right.
Just in the room, you know. Just in my feelings.
Jay-Z, Biggie, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Are those?
Oh, does it
artists?
count too? Like I could bring someone back from the dead?
I mean, I didn't say that, but okay.
Ah, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
Pac or Biggie?
Oh, yeah.
You can say Pac and Biggie. It's all right.
I don't really know much of either of the music.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And I think that's what I'm getting at. I'm just curious as to what, you know, like, did you grow up listening to Snoop and Biggie and Jay-Z? And
No, my dad though. My dad grew up listening to like NWA, like, you know, like the Ice Cube and like Wu-Tang and like these stuff like that. But like that was when we were with like him. We're only around him sometimes.
When you hear that music now, do you know some of it, and is it a good feeling when you hear some of the stuff that you grew up listening to your parents?
It definitely brings fond memories because it reminds me of the times that I actually got to be with my dad sometimes. Because it's like on some weekend shit sometimes.
Gotcha.
But like my mom just heard like a lot of variety of stuff, like whether it was like Nat King Cole or like the Fugees or like Beatles and just like random stuff. You know, she'd listen to a lot of rock music as well.
Got you. Your tats. Did you hear what Kevin Hart said about rappers with face tats?
I caught like a small like clip of it on IG, and he was like, that Lil Pump's probably the reason why a lot of these kids got face tats. And he's like, if it doesn't work out for you,
yeah, you might have to get another job later.
Yeah. Well, I'll be all right because like I've made money before music, like being on my computer or like doing affiliate marketing or like digital real estate, like weird geeky shit that like you see those guys like, hey, just a month ago I was sleeping on a couch, now I got a Lamborghini. It's like, you think it's a pyramid scheme? It's not. Try it out.
There's things you can do to make money.
It was the best $300 I ever made in my life, and you can take $5 and turn it into $250,000 if you're smart enough. Huh. So it's like, tattoos or not, dude, I'm good.
Got you. I mean, and you know, and I think every artist would like to think that I'm not worried about that because I'm always going to be doing this and I'll never have to. But what you're saying in essence, Kevin, Mr. Kevin Hart, is that what Kevin doesn't know is there's ways to make money without having to be out in the public.
Exactly. R.I.P. to Zombie Boy, but that was a career of his, and he's one of the major influences growing up that I seen people like him that were just so massively tatted. And I told my mom, I was like, I want to be that. Like, I just wanted to be a tatted freak, like get fangs and like cover myself entirely in ink and just something I want to do. I wasn't even thinking of like anything else but that. Like none of my tattoos are like rap or typical influence of like hip hop or anything gang related. They're all like either like anti-religion or science or just like weird shit. It's just like an accumulation of stuff that is meaningful to me.
What's the one underneath your eye? I can't see
it. More life. It stands for more life, more blessings.
Nice.
I recently don't like this tattoo and kind of want to like do something with the word more. Like, I don't know. Cross it out in red or some shit. I don't know.
And that's in a place that would not be pleasant to have that removed.
Oh yeah, no, that's not an option for me. I don't think lasering is like, that's like against like what I believe as like being a tattoo head.
Rules. Okay.
Being a tattoo head is
all right. I like that.
It's like work with it.
I like the fact. Listen, I tell people, if you're gonna get a tattoo, you know, get it in the mindset of you can never remove it.
Yeah.
Because you can remove it, but you got to get it and be in the mindset of I can never remove this.
Exactly.
You know, and unfortunately sometimes that's not the case. Bro, it's been a pleasure. You got new music coming? Where can we go to see and hear your new shenanigans?
Right now we got Papa on the way. That's going to be available on all platforms. You just search for Kid Boo and Papa, but that drops, I believe, the 17th. It's not out yet. As for now, you can enjoy Death to SoundCloud. It's on SoundCloud and every other platform too.
Nice. And they can see our song coming with the Americanos.
Oh, I didn't know I was allowed to tell them that.
Man,
yeah,
come on, bro.
Y'all not ready, bro.
We got some
Americanos, Smoke Perp, Kid Boo, bro.
We got one,
right? On there too. Yeah, we killing shit, bro. I'm telling you. I didn't even know I was allowed to mention that. Since we're allowed to mention that, I'm pretty sure I can mention the song I got coming out, Quavo and Reach the Kid, and Trippie Red 2 coming out.
See?
Just not titled yet. And I got stuff in the works. I was at Wiz's house the other day and recorded with his producer. And we did this like really awesome song while I was on gin. First time I ever drank gin. So it's like really interesting song.
Okay. So gin did you a certain way.
Yeah, it definitely had me on a
You don't hear people. I don't hear people a lot say, you know, this particular type of alcohol had me feeling a certain way.
Well, it does.
But I will say with tequila is a little different thing for me. I'm not a tequila drinker.
I was just about to bring tequila up next. I swear it's telepathy. We're here.
Okay.
We're connected. Yeah, I heard the other day from a friend of mine that it's antidepressant. Like out of all the alcohols, it's the only one that's antidepressant. I was like, that's weird. I've never tried tequila. I might want to try that then.
So it's an upper.
I guess so, yeah.
It's a downer when I wake up the next day, let me tell you. So it might be an upper when I'm drinking it. But, man, every time, the reason I was saying that is every time I drink tequila, I wake up the next day wishing that I didn't do those shots.
You know, I don't know what a hangover is to this day. And I can go through like 2 bottles of Henny by myself. And
I got something for you.
Never.
So I have this stuff called Drink Aid. One of my buddies did this. It's a supplement that you take. But we've all heard of supplements you can take before you drink. This shit works. I got back from New York a couple of weeks ago, and I told her it was a buddy of ours' birthday party. Happy belated, Sujit. Had a birthday, and I knew we were gonna go in crazy. I knew we were gonna get lit. So I tried this shit. Woke up the next day, took the post day because there's a pre and a post that you take. Didn't have any hangover. Everybody
like bodybuilding for alcoholics. It's like,
no, but the crazy thing is people take this shit before they work out. It's called Drink Aid, is my point. So next time, and I'm gonna give you a case of it. I don't have it with me, but
I'll take it. I mean,
next time you come to the
my
studio,
guys think I'm like an alien or something, and I was like, nah, I'm not. I'm just a clone.
Yeah.
Shout out Clone Aid and the aliens.
And I'm scared of this shit because it's gonna make. I feel like it's gonna make me drink more. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe so.
Have water when you're drinking. I feel like that works for me all the time.
But anyway, Drink Aid. That's what it's called.
Drink Aid.
Kid Boo. Love, bro.
Hey.
It's been a pleasure.
Kid Boo a demon.